One of my very favorite things to bake is a luscious pineapple upside down cake. So whether my cake comes from a box or I make it entirely from scratch, it's safe to say that pineapple is the main ingredient, topped off with some gleeful maraschino cherries, and hopefully the results will look a little something like this. Now I could show you all of the mixing and stirring, but that's boring. Let's get right to the review. I'm taking my pineapple upside down cakes out of the oven, and I'm using one of my favorite pot holders from Ruth Handel and Lloyd Scott's wedding in 2002. Hot stuff for the hot stuff. So I'm going to take this out, and it looks really bubbly brown, and it's pretty. So let's go see what happens when I turn this over. So before I take my pineapple upside down cakes and turn them over, which I do when it's hot so they won't stick to the pan, I run a knife around the edges just to make sure that they very carefully separate and they don't fall apart when I take the pan off. My mitts once again. I'm going to turn this thing over and see what happens. Let's cross our fingers that it turns out pretty and I don't make a big mess. And because the last time I did this, I poured hot caramel all over the kitchen counter. It was really ugly. Oh gosh. Go. My hand's underneath. Feels good. Feels like it's gonna work. Ah! Oh, it slid out! Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can make this work. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm gonna center it while it's in the pan, because once it's out of the pan, there will be no more centering. I see caramel coming out the sides. So to lift this off, I take two knives, and I just very carefully, very slowly lift this off. You're seeing this as I'm seeing this. Cross your fingers. Ooh, I see caramel dripping. I see caramel dripping. Hey, yay! Yahoo! Now, don't get discouraged if your attempts at making a pineapple upside down cake are, well, far from perfect. I've certainly made my duds in my day. I just didn't show them here. If you'd like more tips on thrifty decorating and entertaining, pick up my book, The Find, the Housing Works book of decorating with thrift shop treasures, flea market objects, and vintage details. I'm Stan Williams, the Elegant Thrifter. Always frugal, always fabulous.
Chocolate devils.